heads will roll. Shouts the many lovers that I've scorned. My neck has rested on several stumps. The heart is live, and time again I have broken it. Deception crammed within my charm. Ego immense as a Trojan horse. Guards are let down as my ego persuades. The course sways from the neck of this stallion. Confident, statured, and well built. Your gate spread wide as my Trojan thrust inside. The climax is a surprise as my army runs wide. Your castle is prize. Raided and deprived, you'll be imprisoned to a new life. You're forced to decide on who lives and who dies. Heads will roll. I roped you in from the sea, drying tears and left you soaked in waves of emotions. Palms walked the wooden deck of my chest, prying a crevice of empathy open, finding shelter in excluded warmth. I run a tight ship and fear drowning in the unknown. Spend enough time in one spot and anxiety roads. Complacent as you make my anchor low. I've rode many waves, your fear going with this flow. My insecurities will have you walking planks slow. Heads will roll. I rode into the valley of your mind spontaneously, bearing a gimmick that feelings yearn, blurting falsehood, claiming to cure your pain. I rode through gyri hills and sulk-eye lanes, leaving collateral of sore brains, laying my next destination in advance before moving on like trains, packing up a wagon of quick thrills, false kids and petty games, leaving town with everything but your name, wanted by an image. You'll live to see me hang. Heads will roll. Joseph Guillotine revolutionized the world in 1792, bringing humanitarianism into the device that painlessly executes. There's civility in the minds that a guillotine constitutes, but in what context should we suffer? Relationships die well before hell in their last breaths. Scrutiny grows as we sentence romance to its death. Guilt flows when there are no feelings left. Limbs of those wanted were once tied to 4 oxes and ripped from their sides. I feel you're pulling away those wealthy by painless deaths and fiery squads closing their eyes. I feel you're taking shots at my ways. The guillotine prevented suffering, severing ties before one could cry. I feel you're cutting our days. I fear not my relationship's death and becoming ghosts destined alone, but when I love you changes tones, missed calls and hung up phones, days of open discussions too, just leave me alone. Words that cut deep as we patch up in the ER of comfort zones. Cut me off, but you better sever the bone. I've seen enough immobile relationships to realize there's worse than death. Limitless love when neither victim had any moves left. Complacent in dysfunction as last moments await lines to exit breaths. So I retrace my steps before the botched executions claim me next, leaving a trail, a squandered potential, bellowing for my neck. Cut me off and rest my severed head next to the other lovers on pikes. Cut me off as a warning to the rest that your castle, ship, or valley has fight. Cut me off, resting assured that everything will be all right. Cut me off and make my head